Well, this is an interesting way to come in. Yo! Welcome back to the Bear Market Builders. Today we're here with a dino, actually. We're not even here with Piefly. Piefly's not here anymore. He's just a dino. He turned into a dino. What's up, Piefly?
What's up, Carter? Yo, thanks for having me here, bro.
Of course,
You like
bro.
my plushie?
Yeah, it's fire, actually. W Clano, W Clano. We love Clano.
We do love Plano.
Dang, bro,
We
you
do.
actually you got a lot more Clano merch than I do.
Could have
I'm
been
kind of
wearing my
jealous.
shirt, bro. Sheesh. I got a shirt at Breakpoint. It's okay. I like this one. I like this one. It'll make sense too
You looking
for
snazzy today. I'm
you
gonna be
too.
honest. You looking snazzy. No glaze. No glaze. You looking snazzy though.
Thanks, bro.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Of course. So Piefly, how are you doing today? Actually, let's just start off with that. How you doing today?
I'm good for the most part. I had some chicken katsu from L&L. Upset my stomach, but now I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. Excited for today. And
Nice.
decided to do this. Yeah, I'm taking a bit of a not really long content hiatus after this, but for like 5 days, like I won't be able to like stream or like record. But
Oh
I had to be
no.
doing this before I leave. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate you knocking it out before. That song was fire though. A lot fire than the other song you picked, by the way. I just read the chat. That was a lot fire than the other one. So W, and today I was trading some different coins in school. That was chill. Um, and yeah, just getting ready for finals and all of that. We got like 13 and a half days, 12 and a half days left. So W,
nice.
and yeah, that's about it. I got home, ate dinner at 3 o'clock, and went to bed. And then I just woke up at 7 and was on a space. So we're grinding, we're grinding for the night now.
Let's go, bro. You're in that content grind.
Of
Love to
course,
see
bro.
it.
Of course. Probably gonna stream for like 3 hours after this. So that's W.
What are you gonna stream?
Any game, to be honest. Any game. Might do some reaction. Might play some Val with my brother. I don't know yet. I don't know.
Nice, nice.
But yeah, we're starting like the everyday stream schedule too. So that's a vibe.
That's awesome. No, that's good. Consistency is important. Are you thinking like a mix of Web 2, Web 3, or?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mix of like everything. I might play Wag Me.
That's,
I said that in the web or the DGO chat last night, but
yeah,
might play
yeah.
some
So
Wag Me soon because that's a vibe. I had them on the last podcast, which is dope.
nice.
So Piefly, someone came up, walked up to you on the street, and said, "No way, that's Pie." They were like, "I heard about you. Like, who are you, bro? Who are you?"
What up? Yeah. So, geez, someone asked me. I've gotten this question a couple times, like, "What do you for work?" And I've had trouble articulating until like recently. I've I guess I haven't narrowed down. I would say I'm like a Web3 content creator, or I play crypto video games. Or the way I like to put it too is I get paid to play games because these Web3 games, you already like if you know what you're doing, if you have the assets, you get paid to play them. It's the whole
Yeah,
point of crypto games, right? You can make money. And if you're a content creator for these crypto games, then you can get paid to make content on games that already pay you. That's the way I like to put it. And yeah, I like to stream Web3 games. I'm really bullish on just blockchain technology, specifically Solana blockchain, but use other blockchains as well. But yeah, got into the crypto space. I would say, geez, 2022 last year, and since then, it's kind of like I've kind of like always been curious, and yeah, I guess it's my job now.
yeah.
Just yeah, reviewing and playing, these Web3 games, doing content on them, and as well as I'm a community manager and ambassador for DGen Legends, which I would kind of classify as a let's go Bulls Run DGen Legends. Hope people from
Yeah.
there come through. But that's a like a Web3 esports skills. The way I'll describe it to people is kind of like it's kind of like Phase Clan if it was like crypto, like the way kind of I like to put it. That way it makes sense to people.
True, for sure, man. How does it feel to be like full time Web3?
Dude, it's fun. It's very I'll definitely say flexible, I would say. And
Mm,
it's a ton of fun. Um and I don't know, something I feel like something I always wanted to do as a kid is like in a way be a content creator or play video games for a living.
yeah,
For a while, it didn't really make sense. Like I had like a YouTube channel. I think you saw like yesterday. Last time I streamed on my own personal Twitch channel was like 9 years ago,
yeah,
and it was a dream I kind of had to like let go for a while. Like didn't really make sense. But then when it comes to like crypto games and Web3 gaming, it's all of a sudden that dream I feel like I had as a kid made a lot more sense and it was a lot more feasible. And again, the idea of being a content creator and getting paid to play games made even a lot more sense as well because it's like it's on one hand, yeah, it definitely is, like content creation, but it's also like investing and like having assets
Yeah.
and making good financial decisions. So in a way, it's yeah, it feels more like a job than just being, I don't know, like a normal streamer on Twitch.
Yeah,
And
for
there's a
sure.
lot more, I'd say, financial opportunities for sure in the crypto space.
Yeah, if you weren't full time Web3, what do you think you would be doing?
So I actually did graduate with a degree in Hispanic Studies and Chemistry. So I might have been like working in a lab, like my friend. That's what he does. He graduated also with a chemistry degree, and what does he do? Um, he does some sort of like testing for like some blood work. I think testing if like it's positive for like a disease of some sort.
That's
As
crazy
I
to
could do
think.
like yeah.
It's crazy to think that like I could not see you in a lab. That's so funny. Like, like we grow this image of people over so much time, and like I don't know, I just couldn't see you in a lab because I see you in Web3. It's crazy.
Yeah. Or yeah, I could also be like a translator or something, Hispanic studies, and like
Oh yeah,
I
could
don't
you
know,
be like a
yeah,
Spanish teacher? Because you could come to my
Spanish
school.
teacher.
You could come to my school. And we can like cook up a good Spanish
Yeah.
class. Now I'm
That's
taking
pretty funny.
Spanish one though. I am kind of cooking. I got an 87 in that class right now. Clap it up. That's the highest grade of the
Let's
year.
go.
In that class.
Nice.
In that class. So
Oh,
W.
top of the class.
Yeah,
Attaboy
right
credit.
now,
Let's
right
go.
now. It was tough though. It's tough. It's tough to learn a new language. It's tough to learn a new
It is.
language.
Especially if you're older. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Oh, whoops! I just leaked the questions. That's whatever. So how did you find Web3 Piefly?
um, geez. So I've always been curious of crypto. I remember I was in high school wanting to buy Bitcoin. It was like $200, $500, something like that. And just seeing it massively pump and just like I'm like, bro, I wish I got into that. And then how I got into crypto. This actually this pastor that I follow was launching his own like crypto NFT project collaboration with like other pastors. And I was like, what? This is interesting. If like I want to learn crypto from anyone, if like I want to be from this person
Yeah.
because yeah, I thought it'd be interesting. I trust. I feel like this is someone that I trust, someone that I just like is like I guess his teaching, like his word. He's just a trustworthy person. So I was like, oh, interesting. I feel like 'cause I thought to me at the time, like my perception of crypto and NFTs, they were like bad. Like especially I've seen lots of like gaming videos, like gamers hate NFTs and crypto, and you don't
Yep.
want those assets. It's my perception, like NFTs bad, crypto bad. And this pastor is launching his project. I'm like, what? Interesting. So I look into it, mint some of his NFTs, and then somehow I like install Brave browser because that's also you get paid in crypto to whenever you see an ad in Brave ad browser you get
What?
crypto, you get part of that ad revenue back.
I didn't
You
even
ever heard
know
of Brave
that.
browser?
No.
You don't use Brave browser, bro? Yeah, you should use Brave browser. Let me check. I think so far I've made like okay, it's not that much for like $20 in crypto from using Brave browser for like a year and a half. But
$20 is 20
let's
bucks.
go.
That's what I like to
Yeah,
say.
and then
That's a nice dinner right there for like for yourself. It's a fast food dinner right there.
it's the In and Out meal. Yep.
Oh, I've never had In-N-Out. Is In-N-Out
But,
fire?
oh, whenever you come to West Coast, I think the most eastern one's gonna be in Tennessee. But you gotta get In and Out, bro. Double
Oh
double.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
a
When I
double.
come to live with you, Pipeline, yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, W.
But going back to my story, so I'm on the Brave browser and I see like an advertisement for Adam 8, very popular. I think he's one of the highest like grossing artists on Solana. He was launching his own NFT project in collaboration with Brave browser. I minted that NFT, and I'm on his Twitter, and then from his Twitter he shows Cleanosaurus.
W Queen.
And and then I tried to mint a Kleino on mint day. I wasn't able to. I picked one up off secondary, and it was unrevealed. Ended up being revealed into one of the rarest ones in the entire collection. So I've been holding that one ever since. And
W.
yeah, I guess that's the story. And then from there, yeah, I just like started learning more about the crypto space, learning more about NFT projects, buying Solana, bro. Bought a lot of Solana at $10. So like that's been a pretty good investment.
Yeah.
And yeah, just joining different NFT projects. And from Cleanosaurus, I joined DGL, and then yeah,
From there, we just went up. Man, that's crazy. I forget who it was. I think it might have been Meebs. Might have been Meebs. Someone that we had on the pod said that they joined because of their friend and their friend rugged them. They rugged them, but they gave them their money back because he had to work with him the next day. So obviously you can't just like go in the next day and like not talk about getting rugged. But yeah, apparently he rugged him, which was funny.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
What the? Like an NFT or was it like a meme
No,
coin
an
or?
NFT. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. So that's pretty funny. So you were talking about you always kind of dreamed about being like a content creator, a gamer for a living, which I think is growing now too. You see a lot more people and kids in general say that they would rather be a content creator or a YouTuber rather than it used to be like an astronaut or, a doctor. We've seen that influx of the content job. So did you always like games when you were young? Like, was that always like a passion of yours?
100%. Yeah. First game I used the first game I remember playing was I think Crash Bandicoot 3 on the PlayStation 1. So my uncle's PlayStation 1.
So,
I have strong memories playing that like in his apartment, like or in his room, like in his dark room, and just the lights on. It's like you only see like the TV. Hey, stop being weird, bro. It's just like
all right,
it's
cool.
just like the TV's on. It's an aesthetic, bro. Like you're watching a movie late at night.
Oh
It's like
yeah,
playing video games late at night. And that's just a core memory. That's how I remember it.
for sure.
Harder.
Um, um,
And since then, you're weird, bro.
I'm
And
dead.
since then,
Go ahead.
let's see. I had a PlayStation 2, I had like a GameCube, I had a Wii. I skipped like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 somehow. I think it's because like I had a Wii and like my mom didn't
Ooh,
let me play
love
like
a
violent
Wii.
games as a kid. Then I got a PS4, PS5. Um, yeah.
Nice, bro. Yeah, I think I have a PSP under my bed, a PS1, 2, 3, 4 under my bed, a Wii. Oh, I have the skateboard for the Tony Hawk game on the Wii. That was gas.
What does that even
Um,
mean?
it's like a little skateboard. Hold on. Yeah, it's right here. And
Hey, did it connect to the Wii or something?
yeah, it connects to the Wii.
What the heck? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but that was my brother's. He was big into the Wii, and then that's kind of how I got into gaming. That he brought me in. I think it was a Wii and Black Ops 2. Those were my first two like real like core memories of gaming, of sniping on BO2. That was super fun.
Oh,
Man, there's like videos on his YouTube of me hitting like 1080 like no scopes off of BO2, which was super fun at like 4 years old. So it's always
bro.
a
I
big
want to see
memory.
Squeaker Carter. I want to
Yeah.
see that video.
Um, thanks for the followers. Okay, love you. Um, Man. So what's your like some of your favorite games of all time?
Jeez. Definitely that one you mentioned, Black Ops 2. That one, like I said, I didn't have a PS3 or Xbox 360, so I'd have to go over to my friend's house to play it.
Mhm.
Specifically as well, COD Zombies, bro. I love COD Zombies. I will always play it unless there's been two recent games that like I've skipped because the zombies have been terrible on them. Not worth playing. I mean, specifically Treyarch Zombies, but I even play the recent like MW3 Zombies. Like I'm still playing COD Zombies. They'll definitely always be one of my favorite genres, as well as I say COD as well. And then Destiny 1, Destiny 2, huge ones. As like I played those all throughout high school with my friends, meeting different people. I literally met someone too from Destiny 1. I like became friends with him and like I met him in real life, bro. It's kind of crazy.
That's
Like I made
dope.
friends literally from playing that game.
That's
And he came
dope.
to my wedding actually. Fun fact, bro. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Nah,
Yeah.
that's kind of where like
Um,
my brother met a bunch of guys from Tennessee, and now I'm friends with them too because it kind of just got passed down. Kind of just joined the group when I was 13. But no, they're super cool. We met him when he like went down and met him. That was super cool. He said it was like one of the best experiences because it's sick when you meet people in line, and we'll get into like IRL events actually later, but like
yeah.
not actually we can just get into it now. Like, how does it feel to go to IRL events and just meet those people that like you work with and kind of interact with on Twitter every day?
Yeah, so I've only I think been to two IRL events. One of them was Play GG this almost a year ago, last year in June. Maybe I think mid June. That was interesting. That one it was So for me, I would say I'm kind of like I can be a mix of introvert and extrovert. I'm not like either or. I'm like literally like depends on the mood, depends on whatever. But for that one, I felt like it was very much me, kind of like being like I'll tell you a funny story. But I was kind of like basically very introverted that event at least. That's where I met Trancy,
Hmm.
one of the co-founders of Legion Legends, and basically for the majority of that event, I also met Yas. But the majority of that event, I was streaming in the booth. And like didn't really do much networking, which Trancy got upset at me for not doing that. But later he was like, actually, it's good that you did that because I ended up winning actually an Ivory, Portal's Ivory, worth I think
Oh,
$1,700 now. But from that's because literally I was in that booth streaming, trying to beat a speed run for like hours, and I did end up beating it like at the very end. But that one, I looking back at it, I do wish I'd done more networking. Like literally, like there were people at that event that like I know now that were at that event, and I was at that event, and like because I had network,
yeah.
like now we're friends. But I was like I could have met them, like a while ago and started like building those connections and stuff. Like Beth. I did meet some mixed mob guys actually, like Nick and some other people on the mixed mob team at Play GG, and that was sick. Got some mixed mob merch. But
Dope.
that event was interesting. Yeah, I was more introverted. I did do a lot of streaming, so didn't really get to do much networking. And then but I did have a ton of fun. Honestly, it was such a blast going. I hope they do that again this year, and if they do that again, I'll definitely be a lot more. I feel like that first event for me was me like coming out of my shell and getting used to kind of like crypto and like networking stuff and like
Yeah.
getting used to these events. And then the next event I went to was Solana Breakpoint in Amsterdam. And that event, yeah, I saw Transy again. He went there as well. And we both actually so we got access to the event for free, but to do that we had to volunteer.
Yeah.
So we kind of like worked the event for a little bit. And that was a ton of fun as well. I did get to meet some people on the Kaleno team as well, and that was sick. Like William, Nick. Actually, wait, hold up. There's a first event I'm forgetting actually. The first actually crypto event I went to was the Kalenosaur party in LA.
Ooh, was that
Yeah.
fun?
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. I didn't get to meet too many people again. I was kind of it was no they were with me, my wife, and my friend. Um and yeah, networking did we do there? We did get to meet, I think I met William, William from
Morris?
the Kaleno
Oh.
artist.
Oh, all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's-
I thought you meant William Morris. I was like, he's a goat. I like Will.
No, I don't think I know who that is.
Yeah, you probably don't. He
No.
joined the community a little bit. Piefly,
Gotcha.
big fan is what Cyber Devil says, and then Razor K
Thank you,
says,
Cyber.
"What's the next big play for Piefly?"
Yeesh, next big play. Can you categorize them more? Because I have like meme coin plays, I have like Web3 gaming plays, I have like airdrop plays.
That's you, Razor K. You ask, and I got you.
Yeah, let me know.
But yeah, IRL events sounds super dope. I would love to go to an IRL event, but I do kind of want to wait until I'm like 18 so I can get into everything because right now, I mean, obviously, it's not. I mean, it wouldn't be like awful to go. There would be networking opportunities, but I would have to stay outside. You know, there would be there would be me like just outside the event. You know.
Here's what we gotta do, Carter. We gotta get you one of those. We'll get you to a Plano event. You'll wear one of those big, inflatable,
I'm down. I'm
dino
down.
costumes,
I'm
and you
down.
just get in there, bro. And then they won't know that you're like a
I'm
kid.
down. I'm down. I would. I would.
That's how we sneak you in, bro.
Um, I would wear
So,
like a. Hold on. Is there like a dinosaur like onesie? That's what I would wear. Uh,
have you seen the one in my video that?
yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
doing that
Bro,
one.
that was dope. I love that one. Oh man.
Uh,
But let's go into like, I don't know how to roll into this, but we'll just try my hardest. Um, so you were talking about you're doing this for a job. How do the people around you? It could be like your wife and stuff. And how does like your family feel that you're doing this for a living? Are there any doubts like, oh, this is not an actual career, stuff like that?
um, not really, actually. I don't think so. No, not really. I've told like my parents. They're both like, "Oh, cool, interesting." Part of it, I feel like they don't understand. Like they don't get what I do. Like I'll try to explain it to them.
Yeah,
Again, the fact that it's like crypto related, it's even more confusing to them.
yeah,
um, but I would say for the most part, they understand. They're not like concerned. They're not like kind of asking questions. I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like it's chill for them. For everyone, it's mostly chill.
that's
Very
good.
cool. Yeah, thankfully.
That's good. Do you have any like people from like high school or anything like that ever like say anything? Because like, do they know like people from like your? Do you still live in like your hometown where you grew up?
I live 2 hours south of my hometown.
Oh, so like no one really remember. Okay, because I know there was this one pod where someone said that like people like talk to him about it like from high school. Like people from high school will hit him up and talk to him about it. Them doing like content creation for a living. So I didn't know if that was the same for you or if that's just like totally different.
Not really. Yeah. I think people do know, and they're um. Sorry, what was the question again? If people know from high school, is that what you're
Yeah, if
asking?
people know from like your hometown and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have some friends that know, and they're happy for me as well.
Yeah.
And I've tried to get them to play Web3 games. They're only it's like Web2 games and like Destiny. Part of it as well, they barely have time for games, so like
Mm,
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah, for sure. That's dope. That's dope. What did you do in high school? Did you like were you grinding in high school or were you just chilling?
Um, like academically, is that what I mean? Or
Yeah, I mean, were you grinding academically? Were you grinding content? Were you grinding a business? What did you do?
um, I would say I've been definitely playing a lot of video games. Like I said, I think Destiny, I love Destiny with my friends and church friends as well as what else? Yeah, I would say I did pretty well academically. Oh, I was doing a lot of college classes as well.
Mm,
So like dual enrollment. Um, yeah, I would say I'm pretty focused as well on academics. My dad, it's funny story. My dad would always be like upset because I'd like come home and like play video games and be like, "There's like, oh, that's my name by the way." But, he's like, "Why aren't you doing like your homework? Like,
yeah.
do your homework." I'm like, "I did it at school. I did it during lunch. like I did it like whatever during my class." And he was like, it'd be like upsetting to him, but it should be funny because like I already did my homework. I need to do it at home.
I feel that.
Trying to
Yeah.
be a parent. But that happened pretty frequently.
I feel that, bro.
Um,
I feel like that happens to me a lot. Which is
yeah,
kind of funny.
same. Just got that. Yeah.
Oh man. Cyber Devil, what are some of the advice for new peeps transitioning from Web 2 to Web 3? Full-time intern in terms full-time in terms of branding and community building. That was a
Mm,
lot.
interesting. Well, okay, nice question. Branding and community building. So we're talking about a content creator transitioning from Web 2 to Web 3, I'm
Yeah.
guessing, in terms of branding and community building. I've been thinking about this a lot actually recently. Right now, I feel like I've just noticed that like viewership is just kind of low. I don't know if it's kind of like a weird time in the market right now, or I think a big part of it is like Web3 games and like crypto games aren't mainstream.
Yeah.
Um, I've just, I guess one of the conclusions I've come to is that's just that time is your friend. With time, all these crypto Web3 games and just Web3 in general, where will get more popular and will get mainstream.
Mhm.
I think right now it does have a lot of bad rap, and again, I think you've probably heard this comparison a lot like the internet. Um, it's not necessarily that crypto is bad. It can be bad. There's a lot of bad actors, but if you're
Mhm.
smart, if you're secure, if you're good with security, and if you have someone to teach you, and I think you and I can both, and as well as probably people in the chat, can attest to like Web3 and crypto really being a good, um, and being a good source of even like financial freedom, and has been I think really good to a lot of the people in the space. Been like trained or rugged or whatever,
Yeah.
which but I would say just time. I would say, and again, time with a lot of these Web3 crypto games, people just need to keep building as a content creator. I think you should need to keep putting content out in these time periods in between until crypto Web3 becomes mainstream, and just build up your following. And again, I've seen so much of on Twitter, like just post, just put content out there, whatever it is, and start establishing yourself as a creator, focus again
Yeah.
on quality
Even if
for
you think
sure.
it's bad, for sure. It's good to always push stuff out because the more people know you, the better your content will be, the more engagement you'll get, all that.
Yeah.
While we're talking about Web3 gaming, like, what do you think pushes people away from Web3 gaming? What is like, why is it not as big as what it could be?
Mm. Funny, you're asking me all these questions I've been thinking about literally the past couple of days, but I think people I guess have to realize is that it is an investment, crypto gaming, Web3 gaming, and like any investment, it can go up or down. So there is a risk associated with again, buying these Web3 assets. Um, I'll mention big time. I think I have too many of their assets because they're always, rebalancing their economy and their NFT assets and like their spaces and the time wardens, all these different things that generate you revenue. And to have that, I guess, even like tampered with as frequently as it has with big time, to me, someone who's like bullish on crypto, bullish on Web3 gaming has really put a bad taste in my mouth. Someone who again
Yeah,
who likes these types of games. And part of that is, that it is genuinely hard to balance a crypto gaming economy. Like, how do you do that? You have to be really good with security. You can't let your stuff get exploited. You
yeah,
can't have all these liquidity extractors. You can't have it too easy to make money in the game where everyone will make money in the game and dilute the value. And as well as I don't know, I guess some with NFTs, people have this perception that NFTs bad, which I don't know, just again, doesn't really make sense to me because, NFTs kind of already kind of exist in games. They're kind of like CS:GO skins, they're not NFTs, but they're
yeah.
basically NFTs.
I think.
And
I mean,
microtransactions. People pay $20 for a skin, bro. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you did talk about like kind of how you heard about that too when you were coming into the space, and I mean, me too. I think everyone at first,
Yeah,
especially younger people, which I would call you younger, even though I'll call you old sometimes. You are pretty young for the space, to be honest. Gang, gang, um, and yeah, I don't know, like especially on like TikTok, you'll see TikTok videos, YouTube videos about how and if this NFT is bad, and I think when you don't see the good in NFTs, you won't think it's good. The more bad things you see about a thing, you're gonna think that thing's bad. The more good things you see about that thing, you'll think it's good. And there's not a lot of good like that gets pushed out about NFTs. I feel like so. I don't know. It kind of hurts the
yeah,
NFT ecosystem.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, a big part of it is literally just bad actors giving like crypto and blockchain a bad rap for sure, and that just gives people again this negative association with crypto and NFT assets. People that again do rug pulls. Um, and meme coins are really risky as well.
Yeah,
And if you lose money, then that'll put a bad taste in anyone's mouth.
yeah, for
And there
sure.
is that risk involved. I think it's funny. I talk to my wife about this sometimes, but like sometimes I'll show her my portfolio and I'll be down like I don't know, maybe like 5%. I mean, but really bad day 10%, and she'll
Yeah,
kind of like stress her out. And I'm just like, for me, it's like another day. So it definitely takes like for her, she couldn't be in this space. She can like hold assets and like watch it go up and down. For
I
me,
know.
you kind of have to
It was funny
have that.
today. That's funny because like today I was just like messing around with meme coins. I was bored in school, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna throw like 100, 200 bucks into something or like different stuff, and I'm just gonna watch it go up or down. I'll just quick sell and all this. Do some little flips in school, and everyone was like, I lost like a couple like 100, like I think I lost like 100 bucks on a trade real quick. I was like, oh, it's fine. Like I don't really care. I kind of knew this was kind of gonna happen because it is what it is. Then I made it back on a trade, and they were like what? And they were like so lost because like I was literally like phased like nothing because I was just like it is what it is. Like I'm gonna make it back. So it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah, it really is like the Wild West out here. Honestly, that's what I'll tell people as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like
No, and
anything can happen
it
here.
might have been even more because usually $100 to a kid is like a lot. Like especially someone my age, it's like oh shoot, like I made 100 bucks today, and I was like I lost it. It is what it is. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe crypto has kind of ruined my thought about money, but it is what it is. I guess it is what it is.
You just need a trader mentality, bro, or a DJ mentality.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's bad. It's bad sometimes. Um. Piefly, what are some of your favorite Web3 games right now?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Um, I knew you'd ask me this, so I prepared some answers. I'm gonna categorize them differently because they're all different in a way. So
Yeah.
excuse me. For me, I'll say the most nostalgic is Mix Mob. Because that's the first game I streamed. It's, I think one of the first crypto games I ever played as well. I stream that weekly as well, like every Tuesday in their Discord. It's a fun game. It's a card strategy racing game I enjoy. Um,
They're coming
I
to
think
iOS too soon, right?
yeah, actually they're launching on mobile tomorrow. Shout out Mixmob. If you have an Android or iOS, just look up Mixmob on the App Store. You can download it
And they
tomorrow,
have
the
they have their
14th.
own category on iOS too. I saw it's crazy.
Crypto gaming, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
crypto like strategy game or something like that. It's big. It's big.
Yeah, it's huge. Mixup's gonna cook, bro. So yeah, I hold a lot of their token as well. But let's see. Another one I'm really actually the most I would say probably bullish on is probably Portals. Um, just in terms of I feel like I guess financial perspective, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's again people call it kind of like the Web3 Roblox, and Roblox again is absolutely massive, especially
Yeah.
among like I don't get to play it a lot. I played Roblox too. Actually, it's crazy. Like 10, 12 years ago when it was like not even mainstream. Um, Give Alpha on Portals. Ooh, I will. 1 second. We'll answer this question. And then yeah. So I really like Portals. I guess I'll give Apple. The Alpha is dude. By owning their NFTs, gonna generate resources. We have even like their TNEC, their PFP. Um, what's
Aren't
it
they
called? Their
coming out with an
PFP
airdrop
collection.
soon?
Yeah. So yeah, a ton of communities in Solana are gonna be airdropped and also onboarded onto Portals. So basically onboarding basically the entire Solana ecosystem, which is pretty crazy, which is pretty cool. They're sending out loot boxes, but to open these loot boxes, you're gonna have to go actually into portals to open them. That's
That's
a really
smart.
smart way. Yeah, they're gonna onboard people. Those will be live on secondary as well if you want to trade them, and that'll be just like merch of these different NFT collections. And that's a big thing too. The collectible economy in portals has potential to be massive. You already seen these massive sales, like a chicken soup for like 10 soul, a dragon costume for I don't know 15, 20 Solana. I think
Yeah.
the floor for that right now for the dragon costume is like 30 soul. There's only 100 of those that will ever exist.
Why did I
I think
fade? Why did I fade? Why did I fade? Why
I
did
let a lot of people know that mint
why
was
did I
happening, but it was like the
fade?
morning
Why did I
of, so I'd
fade?
give people enough leeway.
No, I mean you
Um,
told me right during while you were streaming. I was like, oh no, it's whatever. Yeah, I threw. I threw the bag,
like
chat. It's whatever though. It's whatever.
yeah, I told another content creator, Savage Studios. I told him, and he chose to take a nap instead.
Yeah,
Hey, you're good.
I sat to watch you. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. um, Honestly, I guess alpha. I won't explain this alpha too much this recording, but if there's any a dip on any Portal's assets, I think it'd be smart to buy them. Like if you see you're in like a local all-time low,
Do your own research, chat.
yeah,
NFA,
DYOR,
NFA.
NFA. That's what I do. Um, Sometimes not enough. I feel like, but
Yeah,
I need to buy
I
more
need
trading
to
houses.
trade a little bit more. I feel like I get stuck with like just holding on to stuff. I need to like start trading. I get too
Radar.
how do I say this? I get too attached. There we go to like my bags and my NFT. So I gotta just sell some stuff.
Bro. One time I sold my Clonosaurs. Like I sold like I think like two of them. I pumped literally like no like 3 days after, but like 10, 15 sold. I was like,
Sounds about right.
I sold like Sharky Fi too. I sold like a couple of like NFTs. Like okay, I need to stop. Like you said, like having this like emotional attachment. And then as soon as I do, of course, NFT market pumps. That's
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I
typically
just
how
get
it
lost.
goes.
I usually get like stuck with like just losing a bunch of money because I get stuck with them. But it's okay. It's all right. I'm gonna
Yeah,
change that. This year it's gonna change. This year.
yeah, and yeah, I'm not worried about that. I know the NFT market is doing pretty bad right now. I'm not concerned at
Yeah.
all. Uh, I think even though like whatever like Planos was like 14 soul, like who cares? Who cares about floor price? I know eventually this is a great project. That's something that's really important. Is like believe in your project, have conviction plays from you. That one of those Planos souls from them, Prestige and Legends portals next month. Anyways, kind of getting sidetracked here. And then one last mention: there's a Web3 games. I'd say right now that I'm playing is Nine Heroes. Honestly, that one I put in the most fun Web3 game. Most fun I've had ever playing any Web3 game is Nine Heroes. Um, it's very much like Overwatch. Honestly, I mean, like no joke, other people that I've talked to like it more than Overwatch, and it's like an early access,
Yeah.
and it's just so much more fun. Literally, it's like I don't, I played Overwatch card. It's just like it makes you rage. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just not fun sometimes. Just I don't know. I don't know if it's because people are sweaty or something. It's just
Yeah, I remember
something
playing
about it.
Overwatch for the first time with Trancy. Because I was playing with him, Payne. Was it maybe you, Taco?
Yeah.
You remember that time? But there was a car that just raced past. And there was like I don't know. It's just like Nyon is actually a lot more fun to be honest. And it's like I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. Didn't they just bring out ranked play?
They did. They did. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Are you gonna play soon? I know I did kind of.
Play
I know I did kind of fade you last night because I got to write an essay, but that's whatever. That's whatever. Um, any other time, let me know because I'm pretty much done with school. Pretty much.
I'll play after this podcast, Carter. Hmm.
I would be down. I would be
Yeah,
down.
that's
I don't
true.
think I got anything.
Let's
Um,
do it. We need to find a team though. It's really important because it's ranked play and it's they need to fix their rank. Like you'll win a match and you'll win like 10 MMR, 10 like ranked rating, and then I'll lose a match and I'll lose like 40, bro. And it's just so annoying. Because part of it has to do with like teammates. You have to queue up in like a 6 stack, or else you're at a big disadvantage of just getting
yeah,
bad randoms.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, maybe they'll fix it. It is what it is though. It's early access. Early access.
Yeah, it is really access.
Man. So how long have you been with DGO?
Um, good question. So I actually joined the community from I think Cleanosaurs was giving out whitelists, and I didn't win through like their summer giveaway, but I checked the DJ Legends Twitter, like interact for whitelist. So I did that, and I hit them up in the DMs, and then they gave me whitelist,
W.
and I I guess kind of hooked me in. It was Hangboy used to stream on Twitch a lot, and it was just cool seeing these Web3 games, and also just kind of like the giveaways that he did for kind of like these Web3 games. And when I was school, I was like literally getting paid to watch Twitch streams of like Web3 games. And at that point, yeah, it was crazy. He was getting like hundreds of viewers, or like around 100 viewers actually. Um, and it kind of hooked me in. It kind of made me realize, wait, like crypto gaming is a thing. And it
Yeah.
took a while for that to solidify. Like, crypto gaming exists. Wait, these are two things kind of like, to love. Like, this is great. So I thought like Legion Legends was like the perfect community for me. So from there, I kind of just stayed. And then actually around this time last year, I hit the team up. At, I think I was like super bullish on Legion Legends, right? So I bought a ton of their NFTs, like one of their top holders. Chill with the team. They love me, I love them. And then I hit up like, yo, like, can I join your team? Like, I want to be a content creator for you guys. And then I sent them like a video of like a lot of my ideas and stuff. It's like a 15-minute video. And they're like, "Well, this video's great. Like, bro, we'd love to have you." And then
W.
yeah, from there I just joined as as a content creator, team manager, and then I had like the role head of content, but that's kind of like not doesn't exist anymore. Um, yeah, but since then I've just been streaming on the Legion Legends Twitch channel since like literally mid to late May of last year. So it'll be a year now that I actually started working for Legion Legends,
Nice.
and that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love this community. I'm bullish on again the Web3 gaming. I think is a perfect place to be again to build that up. And did that fully answer your question? What was your question?
Yeah, that did.
Question.
I don't even. Well,
Okay.
yeah. When did you join DGL? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Got
But what have been some struggles that you've faced, or some of the hardest things that you've faced, while like streaming for DGL and stuff like that, and being on the team?
it. I guess something that kind of just earlier that kind of not necessarily bugged me. I don't be too concerned with viewership, but kind of I guess just realizing again that I guess not letting myself being concerned with viewership because I does depend on the stream and the time of day, but like obviously you want more viewers and like to some like I guess the big to a big degree, like viewership and the amount of viewership determines
Yeah.
your success. Um, which is definitely like throughout my streaming, I guess, career with League of Legends, I've realized like, okay, like I've had to realize like, okay, this is Web3, this is Web3 gaming. It's not mainstream yet, not that many viewers yet. Um, I just realized I need to focus on just putting content out there. Again, you're realizing that time is my friend. I need to not let myself get discouraged with like viewership numbers. Um, and just just keep doing stuff, keep grinding, keep learning about these Web3 games, keep like investing.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of financial opportunities here in a lot of these Web3 games. And yeah, just keep putting content out there, and eventually, if quality's good, with I do believe that Web3 gaming is inevitable, and viewers will come and people will. I'll take this as well as like one good game, one like mainstream game. Think kind of like a Flappy Bird or like an Among Us to happen within Web3, and like people will be flocking to this ecosystem. So I think yeah, just that realization has been a struggle, but it's one that I say like I'm kind of like tempered now, and like I guess just understanding the environment I'm in.
Yeah,
Something, yeah.
I think that's why we see so many. I don't even know who was talking about this. I just heard this not even too long ago, but I think this is why we see so many content creators go into like this depression state after a little bit of their success, because we get caught up in this numbers game on social media. It's all about numbers. That drives how much money you make that month, or how much money you're making that year to feed your family. So when it goes down, it's hard for people. So I think that's why, like I said, I think that's why we see so many people like Tifu just leave, or I'm trying to think of some other creators that we've seen like have really hard. Actually, I feel like every creator goes through like a depression state when they're going down on numbers, or when they're really low on numbers. So yeah, I think it happens to everyone. I think it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Cyberdevil, what are some of the good tools you use for your content creation stuff, from planning to execution?
Good question, Cyber. Tools for congregation from planning to execution. Something I've been doing is kind of like brainstorm. So oh, another Web3 game I forgot to mention I'm really bullish on is like World Shards.
Mm.
So that's a game I feel like with any, I guess, like streamer content creator, you can only have so many core games. I see myself being World Shards being one of those core games for me, and with that in mind, um I've kind of like brainstormed a lot of video ideas that I want to do for World Shards. That I kind of want to pump out, especially once they come out with their kind of like creator program. I know it's something I've applied to. They haven't really. They're just taking applications right now, but it's not, the program itself isn't live. Excuse me. Um, so that's something I do, and something I've done for like Mixed Mob as well, and just like brainstorming different video ideas. Like, okay, this could be like a stream, or for like World Shards, like one of those ideas. Like I can do like a compat tutorial, resource tutorial, like base building tutorial.
Do you like use like a
Um,
calendar or anything to like schedule, like like in advance, or is it
I
kind of
use
like a like, oh, on the spot?
I use a Google Calendar, yeah. Um, and something that's something I use it a lot more frequently. Before I used to have a graphic designer work for DJ Legends that helped me come out with these stream schedules, and I'd post them on the Discord as well as on X.
Uh huh.
That's something I want to get back into again as well, specifically now that I've created my own Twitch channel. Fun fact, this is the first time I'm bringing that up. But up until literally yesterday, I've been streaming on DJ Legends Twitch channel. Yesterday was my first ever stream on my own personal Twitch channel, Piefly underscore. I'm just gonna say hi in the chat. Hi. That's my Twitch channel.
W
Um,
follow.
I would appreciate a follow a ton, guys. Anyone watching? Um, and wait, what was I saying? I literally lost my train of thought. Hold up.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot.
Okay. Stream schedule. Yeah. So yeah, something I'm very grateful to DJ Legends is they have a lot of resources as well. And that's why if you're a creator, we'd love to have you at DJ Legends. We have a lot of resources. So I'm gonna have someone. There you had someone help me make all my stream assets from DJ Legends. Shout out Jay Quinn. He's a homie. He made DJ Legends stream assets as well, and he helped me make mine for my personal channel. Um, and we have like a graphic artist as well. Probably starting not next week, the week after, once I come back from my trip. I plan to post weekly stream schedules and really should be consistent so people can also just know like when these streams are. And that's something I think is just good to put out there. It's just nice to see too. It's kind of aesthetic too, that graphics. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember those ones I used to put out, Carter,
Yeah,
like
I
the
do.
Kalinosaur PFP. Yeah. Um,
So
that's
what
something I want to do more. Yeah.
W? Go ahead. Keep going about the tools. I'll talk about your own stream stuff in a minute.
Mhm. Yeah. Gotcha. And then I use Filmora as well to edit the videos that you see like on X. Um, I do need to get around to starting my own YouTube channel. I'm gonna make a TikTok because that might be banned in the US. And also, I've never had a TikTok. Basically for the reason that it's getting banned is I don't trust China.
Yeah.
um, I don't want to give them my personal info. I feel like
Oh,
they
I
don't
mean,
like
I don't
that.
really care. I got like 5 accounts that I run
Really?
on there, so it's pretty bad. I'm screwed.
Nah, you'll probably be fine, bro. I'm just being extra cautious. But and it's good money. People aren't famous off that of TikTok, but
That's kind of the goal, you
anyways,
know. That's why I kind of run
yeah.
like a bunch of different accounts for different things.
Hmm.
Just testing some stuff out.
Nice. I think I'm gonna do YouTube Shorts as well, but
Do Instagram Reels too.
some more
Those are big.
Instagram. Yes, I need to do that. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Um, what other tools that I use? I have a mic here. I don't know. Like I think you'd need typically for a stream setup, just content creation. I guess it's not really content creation. Probably for Mora, I'm gonna use Google Calendar. Um, a lot of Degen Legends resources have been really helpful, I would say, to again content creation stuff. And honestly, as well, like just having a content creator network. And when I started out, it was really basically just me. Wasn't until like November I started to meet and like collab with other creators. Like Vallacy, Savage Studios, and Carter. That guy, he's pretty cool. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't know. He's okay. He's all right.
um, and yeah, we have our own like group chat situation going now, and that's been very helpful as well and fun for making content. Just even having people to play with. It was getting kind of lonely. I'm not gonna lie. Like like October, September, just like
Yeah.
streaming. I guess it's fun to stream with
Streaming with
people. It's more fun.
yeah, streaming with people makes it so much more fun. I've been learning that throughout these past couple of days, or like 2 weeks that I've been streaming like a lot more. Yeah, it sucks when you're alone. Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
bad. It's bad, but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's. So like, what made you decide like, oh, I'm not gonna be doing like DGO all the time now, and what's that schedule gonna look like? That's another question. But what made you want to just do your own thing? Because I know you've been talking about it for a minute. Because we talk a little bit. But
Yeah.
what made you like say, oh, screw it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So I won't be fully stopping streaming on the DJ Legend account. I'll probably just do like 1 to 2 streams on that account still a week because I guess part of the reason I started is do really want to help, and I still really want to help build up the DJ Legends brand. That's still like, one of my big main goals. Trying to bring people to this community. Build up our Twitch stream as well. Still a goal of mine. But I guess just you good?
Yeah,
Wait,
something just came up on my Twitter. Guys,
it was on Facebook.
I went to like notifications and I went back to home and it refreshed and like, all right, go ahead.
Oh. But what was I gonna say? Yes, I'm still gonna be streaming on the Beach and Legend account, but I guess I've just realized, and also was encouraged by other creators, like it's really important to build up my own brand as well. And yes, I'm gonna be a content creator. Like if I'm only streaming on the DJ Legends channel, it's not like I am DJ Legends. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, but
Yeah.
do need to have my own like Piefly channel as well. I think I will stream majority on my own personal channel, and still stream 1 to 2 times a week on that channel. I do definitely want to help build up that brand again. I'm very bullish on DJ Legends. That will never change, and they've done so much for me. Just like give me a job and even introduced me to all these Web3 games, Web3 gaming creators. Just a great community I'll always be a part of.
Yeah.
Um,
What kind of
but
games are you gonna be playing?
um, yeah. So my personal channel, I think I want to keep definitely DJ Legends only Web3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think my personal channel will be a mix of Web3, Web2. I'm thinking like 75% probably Web3, like 25% Web2. Um, just because Web2 games are more developed and there's just more to do, and do like a good, like single player story game, and those aren't really doesn't really make sense for a Web3 single player story. And I don't think we'll ever see those.
Yeah.
Um, and that again, just stuff that I like to play as well, like Web2 games, maybe playing games even with my Web2 friends. Um, Destiny, their final DLC is coming out next month. Probably be streaming that on my own personal Twitch channel with my friends. But in terms of what games, yeah, basically all the games I've mentioned for sure are games that I'll be streaming. World Charts, Portals, Mixed Mob, Aurora. I'm very bullish on Solana games. Definitely all those games. Seraph as well. I don't think World Charts is a Solana. Excuse me. And whatever game sponsors me as well.
W, yeah, money.
Don't think we're getting much sponsorships on my channel because my followers are so low. But hey,
No,
hard,
bro. I would be down, bro. Savage, thanks for the follow, homie.
Savage Studios. Yeah.
Savage Studios. Oh my gosh,
What's
oh my
going
gosh,
through?
he has a little check mark. Oh my lord.
What does that mean? Verified.
But shoot, what was I gonna do? Hey, thanks for the sub, Savage. I love you. Shoot. All right. So, hold on, wait for this stuff. Thank you, Savage. I love you. Oh, there's too much happening. Whoa! All right.
Let's go. Bullish on Carter, bro. Bullish on Carter.
Wait, there's so much happening. Savage, thanks for the gifted sub, homie. I appreciate it. 2 now.
Let's go.
Oh, Lord. Holy
Love
cow.
seeing this, bro.
All right. Piefly. Thank you, Savage. Thanks for the follow, Duck One. Thanks, Piefly. I appreciate you. Holy cow. We're still catching up on the
Savage.
Savage.
Go.
All right. Oh wow, Savage, you got the nice little badge now. Cool. Man, I appreciate you, Savage, for real. But missed the first hour. What is the update? Hey, Savage, luckily you can go to my YouTube after this and you can watch it live, or you can watch all back. Give it to me. But okay, we're back. Piefly. Pie, who do you look up to? Who's like someone that inspires you?
Jeez. In the Web3 space or just in general?
In general.
I'd definitely say my wife. She's awesome. She's so great. Yeah, I know she's just been super supportive to me, and she's just super kind. And I just love the way she interacts with other people, treats other people, and
Aw, simp.
really just. A bro just called me a simp.
Nah,
She's very kind. She's awesome.
W wife.
I love her. Obviously, so I'm married to her, and yeah, I do look up to her a lot.
How long have you guys been married, if you don't mind me asking?
I do mind. No, she's.
All right, cool, cool.
October 19th, 2021.
Aw.
So it was 3 years.
Wait,
now.
why wasn't I invited to the wedding?
I wasn't even in crypto then, bro.
Oh shoot, you weren't actually. W. Oh man. Dang. But man, what's a quote that you live by? Ooh, good one.
What's the quote that I live by?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I don't know. I really like this quote by Will Smith. It's kind of cringy because I put it as my senior quote in high school, but I really like it. It's actually a quote from a movie. I think it's After Earth, but he says, "Danger is real, but like fear is a choice." And I think that too. I feel like, for me, that also has a lot. I feel like spiritual significance too. I'm Christian. I feel like fear. I feel like has never church as a Christian like been something that like I don't know, that I need to experience in a way. If I'm ever like in a dangerous situation, I can acknowledge the reality that is important, whatever. But
Yeah.
I guess just bravery. I feel like fear is never. I don't know. It's never had a part of me who I am as a person. Um, I think that even helps me too, being in crypto. When I'll be down, like I mentioned, down 5-10%. Like, okay, I really have the ability to just like shake things off and just like not let them affect me mentally, and while still, acknowledging that the reality and like keeping a cool head. I feel like it's just
Hmm.
doing something that is kind of core to, I guess, who I am as well as a person.
Yeah. No, for sure. You were talking about, you're a Christian. We've talked about this, like personally, which I've never got into like religion. Actually, now that I think about it on this podcast, but I think it is a big thing in people's life, if you do believe. Um, so like, how does that affect your life? Like, during hardships or just hard times in your life. How does that affect you? What do you do to get out of those hardships?
Yeah, great question. Um, Let me see. I think in big ways is just faith. As I understand it, and as it's kind of talked about in the Bible as well, is kind of like from God, and so like you have faith to believe in God. That's because God gave that to you, if that makes sense. So God
Yeah.
gives you faith to believe in Him. Um, and I feel like that plays into trust in God as well. So I feel like I give you a bit more backstory, but I kind of grew up in the church as well, and or I would say, for me, I would say I thought like I was a Christian, but didn't really, I guess, which is something I'd kind of say in passing, but like I guess it wasn't a reflection of my actual life in the way I feel like it should be up until actually like March of 2021. I feel like what I would say when I actually became a Christian and actually, like I said, like received that faith, and like from then I feel like I've really been able to trust God
Hmm.
in a way that I never have up until then, and that trust in God really really empowers me again. Again, having to do again with like the fear, like not having fear in anything.
Yeah.
Um, I just feel like I really like with God, I mean, like with my mother. I feel like I have that core, that faith I can get through anything. So I
Yeah.
believe that's from God as well. That ability to like not fear anything. That ability not to fear like circumstances. God has like cemented me in that. Um, Again, like 3 years ago in a way that I've never experienced before. So I'd say, I guess, there's faith and trust in God is how I get through hardships.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thought my mom was about to open the door, and say goodnight, but no.
This podcast
How
is
did you?
sponsored by a church. I can talk one.
Duck one. I miss you, Duck one. Actually, I do. But no, Piefly. How did it feel? You were already kind of talking about this, but like, how did you feel when you started believing in Jesus and Christ? Like, was it like an instance that like you felt like your life changed?
Um, I would say it kind of was an instant. I kind of when I just, I guess, received the gospel again. I feel like I heard the gospel and just growing up in church. I didn't actually hear it. I feel like um. Wait, can you repeat your question again?
It was like I don't know. I didn't word it good. It was kind of like when
What
you
was it
okay, I'll give you a rundown. It's kind of like when you started believing in Christ and
like?
kind of like gave your life to Christ. How did it feel? Like was it an instance that you felt like your life changed for the good, or did it take a little bit and it was like, oh, it took a little bit, you know what I mean? To
Mm-hmm.
see results. There we go.
Um, I guess for me the biggest thing honestly was I'd say my baptism. Um, but I actually was baptized once in the past, like in high school. But for me, I don't consider that my actual baptism until I got baptized like
Yeah.
around over a little bit over 3 years ago. I feel like um the reason why I got baptized again was I feel like I just heard, I guess, the true gospel. I guess the church I was a part of, I guess now I don't really agree with some of the things they said. And I guess just understanding holiness and like the significance of Jesus' sacrifice and,
Yeah.
like significance of baptism and what it means to be born again.
Yeah.
And I could talk about that for like an hour, but like an
For
hour to
sure.
2 hours. I don't think you want to serve on your
No,
podcast,
bro.
but
I don't
that
really care. Like this is fine. This is good content to be honest.
okay.
This is something I enjoy talking about because I feel like this is something I want to work on myself in general.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'd love to talk about it. Yeah.
let's do it, bro.
Um,
No, but I want to like say something else. Like why do you think so many kids like yourself, you said that you grew up in the church. Did you feel like you kind of got drawn away from religion because you grew up in it? Because I feel like that's how a lot of kids are is when they started, when they grew up in the church and they don't agree with like, a couple things. They're like, "Oh, this is what the whole religion is about." And they don't see the good in it. Do you agree with that? Or like what do you think makes people in general actually I'll say not draw to religion?
okay, yeah. Literally talked about this with my dad yesterday. But I think how does that have to do with what I mentioned with what faith is? A lot of people like in these churches that grow up in their churches, um, I'd say what they experience is kind of like community based faith. As I mentioned, like the way faith, is described in the Bible and what it actually is like it comes from God. But for a lot of these, I guess a lot of people, a lot of people that grow up in church, their faith will be, like I mentioned, like community based, which is not how it's actually supposed to be. So you'll get that kind of like nostalgic feeling that will come from like community and like essentially your community, your faith is your community, and what kind of happen, because like a lot of I guess when you're hurt by community, it'll disrupt your faith, and that's just not how it's supposed to work. I'd say um the that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I got baptized again recently. Um, was just realizing again, like I was saying, my faith was community based, and it was all like, oh, let's have fun event on Fridays and let's hang out, and like my church was kind of like a
Mm,
community and
yeah.
like built up around that. Um, but just realizing like primarily like your relationship with God is you and it's between you and God, and that's kind of like the biggest difference, between like the Old Testament and the New Testament. What you see in the Old Testament is kind of like Old Testament is about God's relationship with Israel,
Mm,
and it's like His relationship with the nation of Israel. But the biggest difference, literally, in the New Testament is it's about God's relationship with you, and that's how it's been since then. That's what Christianity is all about. I think something that'd be very important that really gets lost.
yeah.
Um, But even just to give a bit of context about that too, I was given like context. It's just cool. Um, I guess Christian context, but like um, Israel, they had are you familiar with like the Ark of the Covenant?
Yes.
Um, and how like that was like in this place called the Holy of Holies, and essentially that was like the closest you could get to God.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there was like a curtain that um, so essentially separated like this place from everyone else. And it talks about like when Jesus died on the cross, there's like an earthquake in this curtain and was like tore into, and the significance of that is that um, essentially, like exactly what I was talking about. It's not about God's relationship with Israel; it's about God's relationship with you. It's kind of like God went out from that place and is now like in the world, and you have the ability to have that personal relationship with Him.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me, that was just huge. And really, like, I was just realizing that like you and God, like that can be church. Like that is church, um, primarily. And obviously there is importance to community. I don't want to bash the community, community
Yeah.
can be important. But for me I had to understand like if I'm like if I like get stranded like on an island, like will I be good? If I go to prison for life for like committing a false crime, like will my relationship with God, like will it struggle? And
Yeah.
if so, then like maybe your community is like faith based. Like you need to be good, like just you and God. So
Yeah.
I think yeah, that's what I would encourage. I feel like youth people or people that grow up in church as well, like make it personal. Make it personal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially when you like no, if you get that relationship too when you're young, like bro, you have your whole life with God, bro. Like no, that's something like special too. Um and for those people who like who want to start, you know, either looking into Christianity or starting to practice Christianity, like what are some of your what's some pieces of advice from you that you would say for people just starting to try to like get closer to God?
Um,
This is a hard topic for sure. Like
I know.
this
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
there's so many things I could say. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say start. Um, hmm.
This might be the hardest question of the night. I'm gonna be honest,
Oh
because
yeah, no,
I'm
yeah.
thinking about mine. It's, I don't know, like
Um, talk to God. I would say honestly, like just if you're curious, like um, I don't know. This is another, I guess, big revelation I had that kind of led to me getting baptized. Was God's relationship with you so much more bigger than the Bible. That was great. That was awesome. Love the Bible. But I've had many friends as well that have been frustrated. Like, really, my relationship with God is just supposed to be like, I pray to Him and He listens, and I can read the Bible, and like that's the extent of it. Um, but I think it'd be so much more. Um, I so something that I believe and that I've come to believe is just that you can kind of just with any relationship. Like right now, me and you are talking, right? We have a relationship. We're talking back and forth.
mm-hmm.
Um, but you're like, why can't it be the same with God? You know, like,
Yeah.
why can't I be led by God? And I believe that can look the way, like right now, me, you talking back and forth. It can look like so many more other things too. It can be dreams. It can be images in your head. It can be the wind. It can be someone else talking to you and you'll understand no, like what they're saying is from God. I
Mm-hmm.
think it says in the book of Revelation, like the voice of God is like many waters. So think like ice, like hail, snow. Um,
Bunch of different forms.
what else? Yeah, it takes many different forms. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. I know. Oh, I was gonna say something else. Um, that's my train of thought. Um, shoot. I guess yeah. That's what I would say. Just and just if you do try to on God, just don't go in with any. I guess just expectations. Be open to whatever.
Yeah.
I think yeah, he's just it's personal. It's personal. God isn't just like he is also like watching from above and like, but he's also I think omnipotent, which I think everywhere, all at once. Um, I was trying to say like he wouldn't be God. I think that's a very core attribute of God. So it's like why can't he be in the
Yeah.
room with you right now? Like,
Yeah.
and why can't you like acknowledge his presence and be with him and like even like talk with him in whatever way that looks. Have that conversation with him and be led by him.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Do you,
Yeah, just, if you're curious, like just talk to him. Like when you want to talk to God, if you're curious about Christianity, so let's just like try it. Like just
yeah. Do you
see
think
from
people
him.
go in with too much expectations? Like, oh, if I pray one night this week, this is gonna happen because I prayed for it. Do you think people think that too much? Or yeah, actually, I'll ask the next question after that. Do you think people go in with too high expectations?
Um, yeah, I definitely think people can. I've told people, I guess, that what I believe, like essentially what I just told you, and from that, again, they'll develop like expectations, like they want to hear God audibly, but It could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing as well. But I think something I've seen that people that believe what I believe, it's the church I came from. Everything I just said, like they don't think it's like that. Again, they more so think that it's like a distant relationship than a personal one.
Mm-hmm.
But some people that I guess that I gotta say one more thing too. Like what I said, I feel like it takes faith to believe. So the fact that I believe I can talk to God, I feel like also comes from God.
Yeah.
So I think one thing I also want to mention as well to address your previous question, like the Bible says, like if you lack faith, you can ask God for it. So you could also just ask for faith, ask for belief. That's something I also encourage people with too. I think a good place to start is they're just asking for faith. Um, but expectations. Yeah, I think people can. In fact, to address that question, there's another scripture that I will mention as well that is often misinterpreted in the Bible. It says, I wish I had, by the way, all these actual like verses and numbers,
Yeah.
but because I do want to be accurate, I don't want to misquote anything. But I believe this is a scripture in the Psalm that says, He will give you the desires of your heart. Um, and people interpret that as God will give you what you want.
Yeah.
Um, but I believe what it actually means is that God will give you what to want. If that
Ooh.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was tough. That was a tough quote right there.
Yeah. So he will literally give you your desires. He'll give you the desires that are right instead of like, so what's my desire to just play Web3 games 24/7? That would be a huge detriment to my health and that would be bad for me. So God's
Yeah.
not going to give me that, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, so
And
it's like, God, yeah, good.
when people, when he gives you those desires, sometimes it's not, what you think is good right then. Like, say it's a relationship and, he breaks the relation, the relationships comes apart because something just doesn't seem right, and God just didn't want you, like it just, I don't know. Like, people think that everything that God does in your life is always good. It's always positive. Sometimes it's not, Sometimes stuff is gonna hurt at that time, but it's all works out in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like you may not want to do something, but maybe what's best for you.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah,
Yeah. It may hurt. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um, what's your favorite Bible verse? Do you have any like? Do you have any Bible verses like written up on like the wall or anything? Because I have like post-it notes on the wall all over, or like on my on my Chromebook at school and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Favorite followers. Jeez. Oh my goodness.
I'll start off.
Go ahead. Go
Mine's
ahead.
John 13:7. You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand. It goes back to the bad, good and bad things. Sometimes, sometimes you don't want to do stuff. Sometimes you're human. It is what it is, but it'll work out. Sometimes you're going through the bad stuff, and I've went through really bad stuff. I've went through really hard mental times. I'm lucky to be here, so I thank God every day for that. Every day is a blessing, because every day is good. Another day is good.
Mm, yeah. I love that. That's a great scripture. John 13:7, you said?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, I don't know. I guess what came to mind, I guess, initially isn't a scripture, but I guess like a story in the Bible.
Hmm.
I guess it kind of is a scripture. There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about King Josiah. Israel or Jeez, or Judea. Anyways, are you familiar with King Josiah
It
at all?
sounds familiar. Yeah.
So the Bible actually says, and there's a scripture that says, like, there is no king before nor after King Josiah that is like essentially better. Essentially says right there, he's the best king of like Israel. And for me, I didn't hear the story of King Josiah until like I was in college. So I was like, what the heck? I was like, what is this scripture? I was, see like King David, King Solomon, and then from there it
Hmm.
kind of goes downhill. Um, But I really love his story because essentially context his story is that um Israel had gone very like I think downhill, like worshiping idols, worshiping like a lot of like pagan stuff, and then they find like the book of the law, and then they bring it out to him and read it to him, and bro like tears his robes. He's like, "What the heck? We have not been doing this, guys. What are we doing? We've been like degrading ourselves as a civilization." So then he goes and like destroys like a ton of idols and essentially like turns the entire nation back to God. Um, and it's so crazy to me. Again, like at the end of that story, it says like there was no king in Israel before nor after King Josiah that essentially was better than him. So
Yeah.
that's something that I always think of. Like honestly, always comes to mind that I love. It's one of my favorite Bible stories. Just how indignant he was. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think like Jesus again turning the tables, just the righteous indignation. Just just doing complete 180 and just like repentance.
Yeah.
That's what I love. Yeah.
While we're speaking of the Bible, do you think there's a right way to start reading the Bible, or where do you recommend to start reading the Bible for those who want to start?
Oh yeah. Um.
Because it's a big book. It's a big book.
mhm. Yeah, it's a big book. I think I would start again with probably somewhere in the New Testament because again it's Old Testament's great and there's a lot of great stuff there, but again like I mentioned, I think the New Testament really is about God's Jesus relationship with you.
Mm,
So I would start, yeah, definitely there, and definitely one of the Gospels. I think people often say like John, honestly probably John, the Book of John.
that's where my mom told
Uh,
me to start.
yeah, yeah, um, yeah. I'd say the book. I think the Book of John. It's interesting. Actually, so I went to university at Pepperdine
Mm,
University. They say they're a Christian university. Actually, you're required to take like religion classes. So I took like a class in the New Testament, and it's interesting. It was interesting learning about each of the Gospels. I was talking to some.
all right, all right, all right.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good, cool. Um, but I was saying each like gospel has like context to it, and like in a way can be is like written for different groups.
Mm,
That's what I learned as well. And even like what people like in the church will say is that John is great for someone who like it's different from all other gospels. The three gospels all kind of like are similar to each other,
mm,
but the Gospel of John is different. I feel like for the way it's written, it's yeah, best for people that want to start reading the Bible as well. It's interesting. But also yeah, I'd also be open to whatever God wants you to read or to show you as well. Like just
yeah.
yeah. I've had like times where I just open the Bible and like it's exactly what I needed to read. Like it's just opening a random page.
Yeah.
And I feel like God led me to do that somehow. He somehow led me to open that page and read whatever he wanted me to read in that time. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen often, but it does. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know where to go from that. um
Yeah.
hmm. Well, that was a good like end of the conversation. I'm gonna be honest. That was a good end to the pod. That's been my favorite end to the pod because truly, I think I needed that. I think that's like that was something like showing me that like I need like no that was there for a reason. I think that was there for a reason. So I appreciate you, Pi.
Amen to that. That's awesome. Be happy to hear that.
Um,
Yeah.
but man, that was a good one. That was a good end to the pod. So do you have any? Oh, do you have anything else to say to end the
Um,
pod off?
Sheesh. Just anyone still watching, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm gonna keep it on theme. Just that God loves you, Jesus loves you, and that He wants a personal relationship with you,
It's true.
and only good will come from that. Be open
Facts.
to that.
Facts. Facts.
You have to be open to that, and it is your choice.
Love that pipe. I love that. Well, if you made it this far, phew, I don't know how. It was a long one. It was a good one though. That was probably one of the best ones yet. So if you did, if you are watching on YouTube, Pi's links are down below. We'll throw in like the DGL links too because Piefly is basically. No, I'm joking. Piefly is part of DGO. So W that, and I appreciate you. Make sure you like and sub. And if you're on Soul Media, donate some media. Nah, I'm joking, bro. But we'll see you Wednesday pod. So that should be fun. This will be up tomorrow. Piefly. Peace.
Oh, see you
All right.
guys.